of things and taking the jobs of human beings and handed human beings seats to sit at home and do nothing. Now, a lot of people are facing this issue of staying at home, doing nothing, and still think of the responsibility of taking care of their words. Now, this has led a lot of human beings, a lot of people to go into depression. Now, my name is Joshua Ikegwuonu, and I am here to talk about leadership and leading in adversity. Now, like I said, what is leading in adversity? Ability to lead himself from point A to point B, influencing others to do the same thing by inspiration, generated by passion, motivated by a vision, bettered by a conviction, and produced by a purpose. Now, let's take it backwards to point two. Now, the next question, what is adversity? Like you may know, adversity is, uncomfortable situation that repeatedly occur in one's life. And I must tell you, this is one definition or one negative definition everybody wants to put into place, because we are looking at the fact that we are facing adverse times. But the truth is, if we bring it into the context we are about to discuss, I would like to bring another definition out of this, which is adversity in the positive sense. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. So adversity in the positive sense is different. Adversity is a launching pad to a new opportunity. A launching pad to a new opportunity. So what is leading in adversity? Adversity is leading yourself and influencing others to move from one point to the other, irrespective of the adversity they face, seeing every adversity as opportunity to win the next level. Now, leading in adversity is a wonderful thing that happens to every leader. What tests your leadership is the adversity you face while you're leading. I'll have to repeat this again. What tests your leadership is the adversity you face while you're leading. Now, adversity is a launching pad. Remember, you're leading yourself and other people from point A to point B. Now, a body remains at a rest until external body acts on it. When an external body is acting on a rest body, there is a force. That initial force is the adversity. But there is a progress that is made. And without that progress, without that external force, that progress cannot be achieved. So will you say that external force that acted on a body that made it to be, as in to make a move, is wrong? That is adversity. Adversity helps you to make what? Progress. Now, I would like to say three important things, and we'll wrap up this. Three important things that I've noticed that adversity does in leadership. Number one, adversity helps a leader to authenticate his vision. Adversity helps a leader to authenticate his vision. Now, most leaders have the issue of, this is where I'm headed. They are not sure of where they are headed. But when adversity comes, they tend to authenticate of a truth. Am I really going this place that I said that I am going? You see, if you don't know where you're headed, you can't lead other people to the same place. So adversity comes to test what? Your vision. When you are sure of where you're going and you're convinced of it, you will notice that your passion to achieve it is very strong. And there is an inspiration that will always come to make you move from one point to the other. So the adversity tests the clarity of your vision. Number two, adversity helps to test your dynamism. Now, a lot of people are not dynamic. They start up leading their life, and when challenges come into their life, they find it difficult to do what? They find it difficult to adapt. They find it difficult to transform, to change, to accept the challenge, the force that is coming into their life, and move. You see, most people who has actually made progress in life change because they saw challenges, they accepted it, and actually use it as a standing platform to make progress. Now, I'd like to share a story that I love so much. I was listening to Elon Musk share a wonderful story that touched my heart. He said some 8 years back, before he ranked the first richest man in the world, that he suffered for 6 years with his business. He said there were so many challenges with Tesla and so many other businesses he wanted to go into. Now, it will amaze you that everybody talks to him as the leader of the business. Now, every other person is being paid. Now, he's the head, he's the brain, he's the visionary, he's the leader of this business. And he needs to do what? Get this business to the next level. And he was having issue with finances. He was having issue with ideas. He was having issues with, as in the structure of the business. Now, there is a test now of the vision. He was able to pass the test of the vision because every adversity was testing, can I really achieve launching the space vision that I have? So he was telling everybody that I can launch the aircraft, I can launch this thing, I have the capacity, but the resources and the engineers were not available. So there was a test. The first year, second year, third year, fourth year, the fifth year. Now, in the sixth year, he said he was having a little snap and something dawned on him. He said, I could get something done. And he tapped on it. He recorded a few things and called a few people, and they looked at it. Now, he actually have to support the leaders of his business to get to work. And when they started doing something, they found out that there is a way they used to do it that was wrong. So they need to think of a better way to use all that they have gathered within the 5 years that we are struggling to really launch. And they did that. They launched a better car, electronic car. They found out they could actually put chargers in the streets where their electronic cars could be charged. So that came out of the product of adversity. So they became dynamic, so they got a solution. So the adversity produced something. Their vision were tested and they were dynamic. Now the last one is adversity tests your what? Strength of character. When we know that you are a good leader is when you are faced with adverse times, your ability to manage yourself and the people you're leading and your position you're occupying. Manage yourself, the people you're leading, and the position you're occupying. Now, I would like to say that leadership is not position. Leadership is not command. Leadership is not title. So this helps you to really organize yourself. Now, I want to say this to you, and I want you to take note of it. If you look at the fact that you are trying to help people get better, you are trying to get people better, as in make people get better, and they are looking at the fact that, okay, I'm not getting it right, and they're talking back on you, and you're saying, these guys are not getting me. But you really want to make them see the same thing you're saying. You're trying to communicate the same views to them. You're trying to make them see, okay, I have the good part for you. Now, when you are facing adverse times, listen, people will leave you. People will condemn your vision. People will talk down on your ideas. People will talk down on your personality. But what shows that you are a true leader is your ability to stand the test of time. That is why I say it is the strength. That is when your strength of character is tested. Remember, there are 3 things I said I'm talking about. Your vision, the clarity of your vision. It tests your clarity of your vision. All right. I don't know whether you get that. Then number 2, you need to be dynamic. You need to be adaptable. You need to be able to know how to use all that is thrown at you to form something that can help you as a launching pad. Then the third one, I said that it tests your strength of character. Now, if you must lead people and yourself from point A to point B, in a time of adversity, you should be able to put these 3 things in check. You should hold yourself accountable of these 3 things. That you should do what? Have clarity of what? Vision. Know that you need to be dynamic. And know that you need to do what? You need to have strength of character. It is your character that makes people who are following you to stay with you in the adverse time. It is your vision, clarity of vision, that helps people to stay with you when they do not understand what is happening. It is your dynamism that helps people to understand that you are able to stay dynamic, adapt, and correct things that will help your business move. Having said all this, I believe you've gotten something. I still remain your humble boy, Joshua Ikegwuonu. Remain blessed.